Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Missing Gear. Matt, there was a race.
There's always a race, Dylan. I mean, not always, but there was a race. Homestead this week.
Yeah.
Didn't go as... You know what? I shouldn't say that. It went as expected as it could have gone for 2021 NASCAR season.
It was boring as shit.
I didn't think it was that boring.
It was kind of boring. I really hated my life. If you look back at our texts, you'll notice, like, I was really, really kind of hoping that there was going to be a crash, and then, I had to come to accept that, like, Tyler Reddick, he's charging to the front, but he just doesn't have enough laps.
Was your phone still working at that time?
And
I just want to throw that in there. Your phone just fucking took a digger again. I don't know what's going on with it.
I don't know. Not a lot of people really watch our video podcast. We're more of a audio, but we use my phone to record it most times because we're cheap. And my phone has been on the fritz, so there probably won't be like a live video of us this week. Well, there won't be. It's not recording right now. So it still works and still like connects to my Bluetooth stuff, but the screen just doesn't appear.
Really?
It just won't.
It
just won't show
up.
And then I go and I throw it in rice because I naturally just think it's like
it's full of water damage.
Yeah,
naturally
like
I dropped it in the toilet.
Something like that. Like I have a concoction. I have like a old ammo box.
You just leave
and
rice
I throw
in it?
kitty litter, charcoal, and rice in it, and I put it in there. But I've come to find out that really I just need to wait for the battery to drain all the way, and then I just plug it back in, and it works.
Makes no sense.
It takes a day and a half though every time
to drain it.
To like
Why
completely
don't you just
have it
leave
run
your
out of battery.
Screen on?
The screen won't be on.
That's right. I totally
like,
just didn't put the two together.
But like my radio connects like right away to it, like it's still on. But this is a NASCAR podcast, so I'm gonna hop back on NASCAR. So William Byron just kind of won the race. Good on him. There's three kinds of wins in my mind. There's opportunity wins, there's outright victories, and there's chance.
Yeah.
Like Michael McDowell last week was a chance victory.
2 weeks ago, yeah.
2 weeks ago, my bad.
Christopher Bell, outright win.
Outright win. This week, William Byron, outright win.
Outright win.
Kurt Busch last year at Vegas, the fall race in the playoff. Opportunity. He got up there late, and then he just held on.
Mm-hmm. He did.
Hit all his marks. So good on William Byron. It's his second career victory, and it's his first outright win.
It is. It really is.
Yeah.
Because last year at the Coke 400,
it was like
fuck that guy. It was chance.
It was like
chance?
opportunity.
Opportunity,
I mean,
chance. It was kind of both.
Yeah.
No, it was chance because he had survived like 4 crashes.
Yeah.
That's just kind of luck at some point. You can make it through 1, you can make it through 2, but you make it through like 4 crashes, maybe 3. I might be exaggerating because I'm still salty about it, but it's just chance. At some point, you just get lucky.
Thinking about Jimmy right now?
I am. Speaking of Jimmy, he announced, and I'm going to totally throw it off topic real quick, but he announced he's running 3 more IMSA races this year. I'm excited about that. I'm going to watch. He also announced that I can purchase a IndyCar diecast, and I'm going to buy one.
Of course you are.
And on a side note,
I
bought a case for my signed 2020 Phoenix Race diecast that I bought last fall. It has not come yet. I was told it was supposed to come March to April when I bought it, which I thought was kind of ridiculous, but whatever. I don't know the supply chain of how you make those. But I bought a case for it.
Wow.
By the way, I don't know where I'm going to put it yet. I'm either going to put it down here or I'm going to put it in my office. I haven't decided.
Wow.
Kind of want to put it in my office. That'd be pretty cool. But I don't have enough room. Anyway, back to Homestead. I want to propose this question before anything else. Should we consider William Byron more of a threat? Like, I think before we kind of just were like, we're never going to pick him until he wins, and
he kind of just seemed like he fucked around for a couple of years
there,
and was
right?
just.
Do we now kind of count him in the?
He's getting there.
He could maybe get another few outright wins, or is he still kind of he just needs the right track, right setup?
I think we have to look at him now like how we look at Chris Bell. Like Chris Bell, we thought. Now, granted, Willie B was like.
This is his third year in Cup now.
Yeah, actually,
right?
I thought it
Third.
was his fourth.
It could be his
I'm
fourth.
I'm not 100% sure on. I know he's young, but I know he's been here a couple of years. But it was nice to see him like finally get that victory.
Yeah.
So
no, it's for sure his.
I think
his
he's
third year because didn't Earnhardt retire in 2018?
I think so.
Yeah, it would have been 2019, 2020, 2021 now.
Yep. Like he's on that march towards respectability, kind of like how Chris Bell now is. And wow, I can't believe that the only 3 drivers.
2017. I don't remember. I'm gonna Google it. Yeah, keep going.
That the only 3 drivers that won this year that are guaranteed to be in the playoffs are Michael McDowell, Christopher Bell, and William Byron.
So,
what a trio.
Here's a stat that I saw NASCAR post. There was a 0.00115% chance at picking the first 3 winners of the season correctly based on odds. So Michael McDowell had a 65-1 odds to win the 500. He won.
Wow.
Christopher Bell had a 50-1 odds to win the Daytona Road Course, and William Byron had 21-5 odds that he was going to win at Homestead.
It's wild. Why did I put all my money on James Davison?
Right?
Oh, R.I.P.
And
First car out.
I want to say you were right. It's his 4th year.
It is?
It is. So that makes it worse, actually.
Yes. Okay, so here's the thing. Like, there was a lot of fucking around, and actually...
And he had Chad fucking Knaus.
Okay, so I want to get to that. So we're going to do winners and losers in, like, probably another minute or two. But Chad Knaus' legacy took a little bit of a hit. William Byron never did shit with Chad Knaus until last year, the last race before the playoff. And that was, like we said earlier, I consider that a chance win. Leaning on opportunity.
Yeah, it wasn't an outright win. You can't overly count those super speedway wins as an outright win unless you lead at least more than 100 laps.
Yeah, if Denny Hamlin would have won that.
Yeah, or like if Denny Hamlin won the 500.
Yeah.
Like he had a good amount of laps led. I would count that enough to say outright win because he led a majority of the race. I'll give it to him. Mm-hmm. But you're right. It's how can you really count that?
Yes. Or Brad and Joey opportunity win for being up there if they would have been able to get it done.
Yeah.
Yeah, but Chad Knaus took a little bit of a hit there.
Yeah, it's like Tom Brady and Billy Belichick.
Although, dude, I mean, I know this is a NASCAR podcast. We have to talk NASCAR, but Bill Belichick went 7-9 with Cam Newton. Now, Cam Newton had a great year in 2015, and he had a good start to his career with the Panthers, and he was a good quarterback at
some point
in his career. But Cam Newton might have just played the absolute worst season a quarterback who started every game has ever played. I am actually so offended by Cam Newton. I'm repulsed by him just because I see all that fucking internet ads of him working hard. The fucking Instagram account is just insane. Like, you know that dude just basically oils himself up, goes to the gym, does a couple of fucking curls when the camera's on, and then spends more time on his hair and whatever, like, weird 1930s outfit he's wearing with, like, giant glasses. Like, the fucker's just... He's weird and he makes me angry. He makes me so angry. All right, Pro Football Reference. 2,600 yards, and he started 15 games. My bad. He did have 66% completion. He threw 8 touchdowns, and he had 10 interceptions.
Oof, bad. Only 8. How many did he run? Didn't he have a decent amount he ran in at least, like rush touchdowns?
Let me just pull it up. So he did have 12 that he rushed in, so that's good.
So 20 overall touchdowns and 8 interceptions, or 10 interceptions, I'm sorry, that's still not really good.
But, like, when you're a quarterback...
You should have a lot more than
the
that.
The primary object...
Passing.
...that you should focus on is passing the football.
Right.
and he's just awful. He's awful. It's like in college.
66% completion isn't that bad.
Bubble screens, Matt. How do you think Ryan Tannehill with the Dolphins threw 68%?
That's a good point.
Like, I mean, Aaron Rodgers has
26?
2,600
yards?
Something like that. Aaron Rodgers, for instance, has 70% completion percentage, but Rodgers is throwing fucking downfield. Like, Rodgers is throwing a lot more complicated passes than Cam.
Wasn't that an NFL record, or is that a Packers record?
70?
Yeah, it's 70.7.
So,
I don't remember. I saw it somewhere.
It's, right at 70.
It's 70.7, I thought, or 70.2. I'm going to Google that. I don't know all of his stats. I'm not that guy.
For the fourth time in this podcast. We are a NASCAR podcast.
Dylan, that's the third time you said that this is a NASCAR podcast. Yes. I don't think you need to reiterate that another time.
But yeah.
Hold on,
I know Joe Burrow threw 78% last season when he won the Heisman at LSU, and I can't believe that he even had that high of a completion percentage just because it's so hard.
Okay, 70.7. Whereas what?
Is that Teddy Bridgewater? One of those years is near the top.
Legend. Here we go. Because that's just led the league. That's not the NFL record. I don't know what the NFL record is.
I think the NFL record hovers around 70%. Because I think Drew Brees had a season where he hovered around 70, later in his career. But he was throwing slant routes to Michael Thomas all the time. All right, you want to get into some winners and losers?
Yeah, all right, winners. I think overall Hendrick Motorsports was a winner out of this race weekend.
Very strong.
Willie B obviously won the race. Kyle Larson obviously ran well all race.
Mm-hmm. I was a little disappointed.
I was too. I genuinely thought he was going to lead more than 5 laps.
He was up there, but he was never the guy on the track. It was weird. He was basically always in the top 5, but he was never leading because he only led 5 laps, and it never really seemed like he was gonna contend for the win.
No, I agree. It was top 5, and he just kind of hovered.
I would also call RCR a winner just because Austin Dillon somehow got 12th.
Yeah,
somehow, some way.
And at the end of that race, Tyler Reddick figured his shit out.
Yes.
He needed. I'm thinking 5 laps he would have passed.
Yeah, he just ran out of laps. He did. Fucking moving.
I remember with about 15 to go, maybe 15 to go.
Started making his move. It was just too late.
He was 13 seconds back, and I thought, okay. I kind of was interesting, and I
texted you all caps Reddick.
And then I the next lap, I'm like, holy shit, he shaved off a second. It's been a lap. Holy shit, he might catch him. And I just see him running him down. And he was maybe 10th at the time. Don't quote me on that. I have no idea. And all of a sudden, I just see him passing and just zipping by him. And then I think he would have had, or at least put more pressure on him, if he would have got past Martin Truex Jr. and Kyle Larson faster than when he did.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he didn't have Ryan Newman.
He was catching him.
Yes.
Fast. And I seriously was wow, 5 more laps, he would have maybe not passed him, but he would have got to his bumper and made him work for it.
When I was in full-on William Byron denial mode, where it's there's got to be a caution, there's got to be something's got to happen. I'm just you go, Tyler, you go, you avenge the Xfinity loss, but nope, he was a bridesmaid for 2 races. Never the bride, just bridesmaid.
Well,
second place.
Yeah, but he got disqualified for the Xfinity race.
Oh, he did?
Yeah.
Oh.
Can't count that one.
Shit.
I don't know why. I don't even remember why he did. I read it and I don't even remember it now. But yeah, he didn't pass post-race inspection.
A winner. And I hate to do this.
I know where you're going with this, and he's on my list too.
So early in the race, it was Chris Buescher who was contending.
Yes, sir.
Chris Buescher was leading. He was looking impressive. And
who won the first stage, by the way?
Yes. I'm Jesus
Second
Christ.
career stage win.
So it was 2-zip between me and Roush. I had 2, Roush had nothing. And then and then you're telling me I got to swallow my pride. This, that, Roush is looking good this year. Oh, great.
Yeah, here I go.
So then what happens? Chris Buescher just magically goes away. He fades.
He just left.
To the back.
He just left, and I think he finished like 19th.
He joined Ryan Preece in the bottom feeder tier. It was wonderful. It was great.
Yeah. Ryan Preece finished 21st, by the way, so that was pretty accurate.
And then later in the broadcast, they literally did the Ryan Newman is so hard to pass as somebody blew right by him. Blew right by him. They always blow right by him whenever they do it. But they literally did it.
It was so funny.
It was so on the nose.
I was behind the recording by like 30 seconds, and you're like, they did the Ryan Newman thing. I'm like, here we go. Here we go.
And then they did it word for word.
Yeah. All caps, you text me, they did the Newman thing. I said, why wouldn't they, Dylan? Unbelievable. Dude, if it keeps staying green with Billy Bryon in the lead, I'm going to lose my shit. That's so funny.
The denial.
But they did the Newman thing. And you want to know what? He finished 7th.
Yes, so begrudgingly.
Winner of the race, Roush Fenway, got a big win out of that.
2-1, Dylan still leads. But
let's keep track of that. 2-1.
Yes.
2-1.
Yes.
Put that on your paper. 2-1. Roush won.
I got it
All
on
right,
there.
good.
I got it on there.
Another winner that I want to bring up.
Mikey Mack?
Michael
McDowell?
That is one.
Place.
That is one.
6th place.
Michael McDowell and Kevin Harvick are the only 2 drivers to get a top 10 in each of the first 3
Denny
races.
missed it by 1 spot.
Shocked. Not by Kevin Harvick, but by Michael McDowell's consistency.
My God.
Guy.
The man's got his shit together. It took him 36 years on this planet, but
dude.
Yeah.
I don't know what, but damn. The road course, I was like, I might not count him out. And then he at the beginning of the race last week.
Yeah, it looked like it was going to be a bad week.
He had a problem right away, and he fucking plowed back top 10. This week, come back 6th.
At a 1.5?
Unreal,
This is the most generic, like, right down the line NASCAR race there could be.
Unreal.
And he got a top 10.
I'm just
super
shocked.
Impressive. He and, I think, a very big loser from this race, Ryan Blaney, have almost completely switched spots. So,
I don't want to bring up just Ryan Blaney as a loser. I'm bringing up the whole Penske organization as a loser for this race.
Really?
So Brad got 16th. He was up there at the beginning, but he couldn't keep up with his car.
Brad was contending early, but he faded away.
Joey Logano,
he didn't fade too
25th.
That was rough.
And Ryan Blaney, 29th. Penske had a tough go,
yes.
and they were looking strong in the beginning. At least it seemed like it.
And puppet team Penske, Wood Brothers,
28th.
Matty D, 28th.
28th.
One spot better than Ryan Blaney. Ryan Blaney is in some serious trouble.
Tough outing. He needs a good
yes.
race this weekend to get something going positive in his direction. And Vegas is a good track for him to do that, but he needs something, man.
It's like he just signed a full season lease to the house that Boyer built, the doghouse.
Yeah.
Like, the dude is just underachieving. Actually, I'm going to pull up the points. Matt, you want to get into another loser while I pull this up? I want to see where he is in the point standings.
Well, so before I don't really have that many other losers, but there's one winner I didn't talk about, and that's Daniel Suarez. Maybe controversial for you, Dylan, but on a 1.5 miles, he finished 15th for Trackhouse Racing.
Oh, why don't you get him a ribbon? They used to hand those out at my middle school cross-country meets.
Okay, I know how much you hate Pitbull, but that's a good run for an organization that just started. 15th? He did better than Brad Keselowski, Ross Chastain, Chase Briscoe, Chris Bell, Chris Buescher, Ryan Preece, Joey Logano, Cole Custer, Ryan Blaney had a bad week. I'm not going to bring him up. But yeah, he did good, in my opinion, for a 1.5 miles. And actually, a winner, I think Chevy is showing some promise finally at these 1.5 miles again.
Yeah.
They're finally getting back. They really worked
between
on their
RCR
shit.
and Hendrick, very good.
Very impressed with how the Chevys are getting back in the game for the 1.5 miles. Because last year they were there. They definitely improved last year when they switched the body style. But in 2018 and 2019, 1.5 miles, they were like fucking non-existent. Basically, besides Chase Elliott and Alex Bowman winning a race or two, they were just not there. Right? They've definitely come back a long way.
I would say Ford is probably still the
I
premier.
think Ford is still
just because
up there.
Mikey Mack and then the two good Penske drivers right now are having, and then obviously Harvick,
Harvick.
My NASCAR daddy.
Harvick and Denny Hamlin are still 1-2 in points. And honestly, I'm like, what the fuck? I look at this and I'm like, nothing changed.
And Harvick's on the pole. We'll get to that.
And I want to say,
our preview
Ryan
a little
Preece
later.
is 12th, 1 point or 1 spot ahead of William Byron, and William Byron won a race. I just want to point
Preece
that out.
finished 21st. So, I mean, like, if he can just string together, like, some low 20s and, like, get into the teens and then a couple more spotty top 10s, and dudes like Ryan Blaney, who right now is in 24th in the points.
Daniel Suarez is ahead of Ryan Blaney right now.
Ross Chastain. I think he crashed out of, like, 2 races, honestly. Like, Ross Chastain hasn't done shit. Ricky Stenhouse is 19th.
Man, Blaney needs something positive to happen.
Bubba's 16th. I feel like Bubba at least gets dinged up every week, too. It's... I don't understand it. It's... What's happening to that dude? I mean, it's like Space Jam, but for NASCAR. Like, they just... I don't know, the monsters came in, Monstars or whatever, came in and, like, stole him, and now he's like Charles Barkley after they took his abilities, where he's just kind of, wild.
Just wild. Well, so our picks... Yeah.
We both got 5. A point for Chevy.
You're at 2. Let's just keep the train rolling on that. I don't want to touch on it. All right, I just...
Sore subject.
Not great. So the Xfinity race, Dylan.
Ooh, the Xfinity race was...
Boy, something. That was... I ended up rewatching it on Tuesday. I knew what happened from Sunday. Or Saturday, I'm sorry. I ended up rewatching it. Man, tough luck for Noah Gragson. And I want to read a little bit of this article.
Okay.
To summarize what happened.
Enlighten me, Matt.
So, Noah Gragson was leading within the end of the race, right?
Mm-hmm.
Solid lead. I think it was 9 to 10 second lead, right? Smoking him. Right?
Oh, yeah. Killing it.
So, David Starr, who was on the track.
Some would say the James Davison of the Xfinity.
He was on the track. Something happened. I don't even know what happened. I did not even read to see what happened. Somehow he
got loose.
He slid up in front of Gragson. I did watch the replay, and Gragson had nowhere to go. I mean, David hit the brakes.
Essentially got brake checked.
Literally just cut him off. Cut him right fucking off. Right, just cut him off.
Boom.
Gragson crashed. Gragson's out of the race. Gragson didn't end up winning. Mike Schneider won. Great for that guy. Great for RCR.
Yeah. Out of nowhere, Myatt Schneider.
Great for him. Great for him. Great for RCR. I wish RCR fielded 2 Xfinity cars. They don't. I wish they would field 2 full-time, but whatever. Neither here nor there. So, Gragson in the interview goes, quote, I think Jamie Little asked him a question. He goes, quote, "What are you going to do? You've got dipshits in the way every single week." On national TV. Hilarious.
I fucking love that guy.
So, Carl Long, who's the team owner for MBM Motorsports, which is the owner for David Starr, who he was driving for, said, referring to Gragson, as an over-entitled mouthpiece. It's just...
I mean, he's not wrong.
He's not.
He's not wrong.
But you know what? I'm call scoreboard on this one. Gragson was leading the race.
Yeah.
By a sizable margin.
Yeah, I mean, David Starr was getting lapped.
And I don't even know where he was originally.
Gragson got struck by a shooting star. Oh, God. I do like him. He's just like that perfect amount of... Gregson's a dickhead.
Yeah.
He's not like Kyle Busch where he's unlikable either. He's like just... He's one of my brother's friends.
And credit
that,
to...
like, made it big in NASCAR.
Yeah, and credit to David Starr. All right, he came back, and he has a podcast too. We should see if we do a collab.
Collab.
So he came on and said, "Man, I sure as heck didn't want to wreck him. I sure as heck didn't want to wreck him.
Oh,
it's not often on small teams like Carl Long's team. Our budgets are very small, and when we have a chance to run top 15, it's almost a win for us." So, I mean, the quote goes on. I just feel like it's not.
It was
really
almost a win for
so.
Gragson, too.
I do like Gragson. I'm starting to like him more and more. He makes it more interesting.
Yeah, he's
a better he's the enjoyable version of what Kyle Busch is.
Yeah,
because Kyle Busch is just irks you, right? But Noah Gragson, it's like, yeah, fuck, get him, you know.
Gregson's like a good old boy. Kind of vibe. Like he's
go out there and race and be pissed if you wreck me, you know, and I want to run hard and
he's just. No word sums him up better than dickhead, and I say that in a loving way.
Yeah.
Like,
I can
he's a
understand
dickhead. Like, I remember, like, he punched Harrison Burton last year.
Oh, straight up. Went up to him and socked him. Oh,
it was
hilarious.
The best fucking thing I ever saw.
I loved it. I absolutely loved it.
I mean, I remember we, like, got done with the podcast, and, like, it immediately happened.
Oh, I loved it.
Happened right away. And then, like, we loved it so much, we led the next show with it. There was a cup race that weekend, and we led the show with fucking an Xfinity post-race fight.
I love those, man. I love when they fight. Yeah. It's so much fun to watch.
Yes, I wish
what I like a lot is that Fox brings up how much Clint Boyer and Jeff Gordon didn't get along, and it's hilarious.
I love that.
It's so funny.
I love that.
Because both of them, I think, kind of still hate each other. But, like, at the same time,
100%.
I think they're okay. But at the same time, I'm like, no, I think they still kind of hate each other.
It's like dudes that were, like, they're in the same friend group, and they go to all the same stuff together with, like, the group. But, like, there were some underlying issues from a couple years ago that haven't necessarily been resolved.
Yeah.
So, like, there's always that little bit of tension.
I agree. It's still there.
It's great.
But I love it. I absolutely love it. I can't wait for Noah Gragson to be in Cup. I hope he gets rad.
Honestly, I like how he's putting a little bit of testosterone back into the sport. Because, like, a lot of these dudes... Like, we get it. No one likes, like, Joey Logano. When's the last time, like, there's been, like, a Logano fight?
Those happen pretty often.
Well,
Logano
like, no,
fights.
like, a fight. Like, I don't remember anything in, like, the recent past. Like, him, like...
I don't think it's usually him starting the fight. I think it's other people mad at him.
Yeah, they hate him.
They hate him.
They hate him. I don't, honestly...
I remember Kyle Busch
get it?
Went up and just socked Joey Logano once, and I don't know who I hated more in that situation. The fact that Kyle Busch just socked him, or the fact that Joey Logano didn't do it first.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's just, it's funny. Yeah,
that's a good point. But, like, there's not a lot of, like, Logano's not, like, an aggressive dude. Like, Logano is a little nerdy dude who happens to be...
He fucking wears glasses when he races.
Who happens... Well, I think he does that so people don't want to punch him.
That's an interesting point. Do you think so?
I think he intentionally
wears glasses.
So
people are like, I can't make his glasses, even though he's a multimillionaire.
Well, I think he just doesn't put contacts in, so he has to wear the glasses post-race or something. I don't know. Or, well, he should have fucking... Wait, he wears glasses in the car.
Yeah,
I'm thinking
do you see him on the in car, right? He wears glasses in the car.
Yes, I forgot about that. But I swear, I think he does it just so that he doesn't get punched. But, like, he's a nerdy figure, and, like, Kyle Busch doesn't seem like a fighter. He's just an asshole.
Yeah, he'll get you with your words.
Yeah, he's just the dickhead that's dating your sister, and you have to pretend to be nice with him because your sister won't leave him.
You got a personal experience you want to share, Dylan, or no?
Not on the podcast.
All right.
I'm kidding.
Let's move on. Not a lot this week for news. Dogecoin is sponsoring a car. I think that's hilarious because Dogecoin's a meme.
Yes.
It's fucking funny to me. I just think it's funny.
That's awesome. What car is he sponsoring?
I don't have that readily available. Let me find it here.
The only news I really have
Stephen
is...
Parsons, number 99 in Xfinity.
Stefan. That's a fancy name. It's
You think it's
Steven with an extra step.
Yeah, I guess so. Whatever. Bristol announced the format for the dirt races. I want to get into that later. I think it'll be more relevant when we get to the actual
We got
weekend.
3 races in between, and then it's like the big event, the Bristol Dirt Race.
Oh, yeah. I'm going to one of them. I know.
All I wanted to do was go to a race with you.
Nothing else really happened this weekend.
Yeah,
Doghouse, nothing changed. It's still Kyle Larson, Ryan Blaney, and at this point, I don't think Ryan Blaney's getting out anytime soon. Could be wrong. Fuck if I know.
He better.
Fuck if I know. I hope
he
so.
better hope like
he had a good spring race last year at Vegas.
He really better hope that he has a good Talladega car.
I think he could make something happen in Vegas. He did last year.
Yeah, but I don't know. He really seems like he's just seriously off.
Yeah, something's... Well, you know what? It's only been 3 races. Let's see how it progresses.
I know. And I know that he had a good Clash. But also, like, the Clash was basically one stage, and it didn't really matter that much.
Yeah.
So, I'm worried about him. I care for the guy.
Too.
You know, he's a rising star.
Here's a few other things I just wanted to bring up, all right, that I think are not really relevant, but I'm going to bring up anyway. Did you see, and we might have talked about this before, the Fox animations for the drivers? Did you see how big Alex Bowman's forehead was?
No, I didn't see that one.
It was like fucking Peyton Manning. You could land a fucking plane on that thing.
Really?
Yeah, and I don't mean to be rude to the guy, because he doesn't have that big of a forehead. But the way Fox drew it on him, oof. Bad.
Like Kyle Busch, like the outlines of his muscles are on there. Kyle Busch
does not have muscles. Are those his man boobs?
He's got like a little bit of a gut now because he's in his mid-30s, and like this weird. He's got like a giant bald spot now that is like getting overgrown, but of course none of that's in the animation. But Michael McDowell and Cole Custer.
Oh, I know we talked about them before.
Poor sons of bitches.
That's tough, man.
You got a BMI above 14, you're fucked. You're fucked.
The animations, they're not good because they're a lot smaller.
Mm-hmm.
Like the NFL ones, it was like the whole screen. They show like just their like head on the bottom of, and I'm like, this,
and then like
this
sometimes
like
them in like a hero's position.
Yeah. Like okay.
Yeah.
The choose rule's back. That's actually for some reason they announced it. I'm like, shit, yeah, I forgot about that. I'm very happy that's back. That was one of the welcoming changes that NASCAR did last year. That I'm.
Yeah, it's nice that it's sticking.
I agree in that everybody likes it. I like it for the fact that drivers don't bitch about it the whole time, and then they're not like, oh, I was in the bottom and I wanted to be on the top. Well, that fucking sucks. All right, you can't fucking bitch about it now, and it puts it more in the driver's control, like I was saying, because if you're Chase Elliott and you come out second, I don't know why I was thinking Chase Elliott, but Chase Elliott, and you come out second out of pit lane, and you're at Bristol and you want to be on the top side, you can pick the top side, and then if you're third, you can pick the top side if you want to, and then if you're fourth, you're like, fuck it. I'm going to either line up on the fourth row or I can line up on the front row. I'm taking the front row. It just shifts it around better. I like it. I'm a fan of it. Last thing, DoorDash, official sponsor of NASCAR. I think that's exciting. I always welcome official sponsors and anybody, and I try to help out where I can.
Are they like a Geico, Busch,
not a Premier,
Xfinity? Okay.
No, not a Premier, but still an official sponsor, which is nice. I don't know if I can drink Miller Lite anymore because I don't think they're sponsoring Brad this year.
I could
be wrong.
So
because, however, Natty Light is sponsoring Ryan Priest this weekend, so you could drink Natty Light.
Matt, what are you doing Sunday, buddy? I'll bring a 30 rack. We'll root for Priest.
Yeah, I'll always root for Priest, man. I'm all for Priest.
But just on a side note, once again, we are a NASCAR podcast. Fourth time I've said it. But so Miller Brewing Company, subsidiary of Molson Coolers.
Yep.
they are making some corporate changes that I am just frankly appalled by. Not only are they not sponsoring Brad Keselowski anymore.
That's the only reason why I'm not happy about it.
They changed the name of Miller Park.
Here we go. I'm on board, Dylan. I am all on board. It's not fucking American Family Field. I quit.
AmFam Field. What the fuck?
Here, the preference is I left American Family Insurance and switched insurance companies. I'm appalled by that fucking decision. Man. I'm appalled. All right.
I will never get American Family Insurance.
I am all on the Miller Lite Park train. All right. I am full on board. Fucking strap me in for life, buddy. It's Miller Park till the day I die. All right.
We are named after fucking beer. We are the
Fully
Milwaukee
agree.
Brewers. Our goddamn town was built on Miller Brewing. It's all we have. And then we go and we get this baseball team that we name after them. And then, even better, Miller Park. The
can't get better than that.
Fucking name.
It can't.
Ever. We should name it after fucking Joseph Miller himself. I think that was his name. I'm not sure. But name it Joseph Miller. Just put a little Joseph right in front. I don't even know if Joseph was the name. Just put Joseph and make him up. I don't care.
I'm full on
Make
board.
Make it American Family Field at Miller Park.
Yeah, just leave it Miller Park.
Like,
what the fuck?
Like, sometimes, like, the stadium will already be named after somebody.
Right.
So they'll name the actual court after, like, the coach after.
Yes, I know what you mean.
Yes. So they should do that. Those rat bastards. Those fucking rat bastards at Molson Coolers. They can all just...
You know what? Yeah.
Ugh.
And
disgust me.
I'll play devil's advocate a little bit. Maybe American Family.
Call them by their name, Molson Coolers. Molson Coolers.
Molson Coolers. All right.
I think they're Canadian too.
I don't think they are. By the way,
I think Molson's Canadian.
Fuck. Let's Google it. I don't think that it is, dude.
Also, it should be Molson Miller, but you know that's another thing. Also, the Milwaukee Bucks, like their official beer is like Coors Light. That's a Colorado thing.
You know, Molson Coolers and Miller Lite are owned by the same company.
I know, but okay. They weren't.
I know they weren't.
I mean, we're in Milwaukee. They're in Milwaukee. Coors Light. I'll drink the fucking Rockies.
Oh, look at that. Yeah.
They are Canadian.
No. Simmer down. You're at a 10. Take her down to a 9 here. Just take her down a little bit, all right?
This is why we need
Molson Coolers was formed from Molson of Canada and Coors of the United States, all right? It was half Canadian, half American, all right? It's not full Canada.
Well, fuck, why don't we just throw in Corona?
Okay, I just want to preference that, all right?
I told you.
And they're headquartered in Chicago, all right? They're not headquartered in Canada.
Those Canucks.
Okay, all right.
Oh, gets me mad. Them and their fucking maple fever, and they got this maple syrup cartel. Have you heard about the maple syrup cartel?
No.
The Federation of Quebec Maple Producers. They have they control 77% of the world's maple syrup reserves.
Really?
Maple reserves. Yes.
Man, I fucking love maple syrup.
Look it up. Look it up. They literally call them a Canadian sanctioned cartel. They're a fucking...
I don't think I
They
care
literally
that much.
artificially, like, control the prices of maple syrup.
I don't think I care that much, but good to know.
It's a real thing, man.
All right. So our picks this weekend.
So our picks.
So
Harvick is on the pole. Willie B is on the out. Willie B is second.
Yep, we're at Las Vegas. I got time this week to rewatch the entire 2020 spring Las Vegas race.
My God.
I know. And I also watched the Xfinity Race on Tuesday, too. I didn't watch it live on Saturday. I had something going on. But what I'm getting at is I feel kind of educated. Compared to my other picks, which are honestly right out of the hat, I feel like I have a good idea of what I'm going to pick. However, I'm winning, so you have to pick first. I'm going to be pissed if you pick any of my drivers. So.
Okay, so here's what I'm doing. I'm doing a straight Harvick parlay. for my driver, my team, and my manufacturer. So Harvick, Stewie Haas, and Ford. And then for Xfinity, Xfinity, I am going to go with Austin Cindric because Austin Cindric, last year he was great at these 1.5s.
Well, so I'm going to not be in the lead next week because
Rock on.
Kevin Harvick was on my top 3 to pick. He was. Yeah. And Austin Cindric too. I mean, he finished second last year behind Chase Briscoe. So
Briscoe's out of there.
Yeah. So my Xfinity picks, Noah Gragson.
Ooh.
I think he's going to come
saucy.
Up hot off that Homestead win. I think he's going to just come up fucking guns ablaze and just fucking ram past everybody.
I feel like
he had a good race at Las Vegas last year. He's just going to come out and just fucking wheel and deal and just be fucking pissed and just get a win.
Or he's going to get like
black flagged. Or he's going to get smacked
and
or he's going to make a mistake on pit road and lose. So
he's going to get black flagged for like spinning David Starr.
That could be it too. So I'm picking Ford for manufacturer. I just feel that's the way to go. Cup team though, Penske.
Ooh, saucy.
Since you picked Kevin Harvick,
hit me.
I gotta go with a full parlay here.
Ooh, you're doing a parlay.
And Joey Logano's won the last 2 spring races.
Ooh.
So it's kind of tough.
Going
Team Brad or Joey?
You going for a spring 3-peat? Spring Las Vegas 3-peat?
And based on how Joey's ran the last few races, I'm not picking Joey. I'm picking Brad K, baby!
Damn, you're going to make me try to root against Brad?
It's tough.
Ow.
So I'm going Brad.
Ow. I like Brad. He's shown a lot of speed this year. The only problem is, I feel like the only race he actually cared about, he crashed right out of that.
I mean, yeah, but he was going for it.
I know, but I mean...
Can you blame him? Because I can't.
I know, but it's just... I feel like this is where you, get into just, long stage of depression. So, I would be in it. It's the only race he should care about. It's, the one thing he hasn't done.
Yeah. So there's one thing we forgot to talk about.
All right, what is
Our bets this week, Dylan.
The bets!
Forgot about the bets. So, you know how last week I had 2? And the first week I had 1?
Mm-hmm.
And I said, I'm hoping for 3? Boy, I got 3, baby.
You got 3?
I got 3. And I'm going to tell you how I did here.
I got 1, but I don't remember which one
3.
I got.
Which manufacturer will win Stage 2? Chevrolet. Thank you. How many cars will finish Stage 2? 37 to 35. That one's nice because I can change it because 1 car was already out by the end of Stage 1. So I'm like, well, obviously not fucking all 38. Which of these drivers will have the fastest lap? I got that wrong. It was Chase Elliott. I picked Joey Logano. I had a lot. I just had faith.
Damn. You're Logano.
Which driver will gain the most positions? I picked Martin Truex Jr. It was Blaney, and I was pissed because usually I believe that was how it went, or maybe I was. Yeah, I could be wrong. Fuck, I don't even remember. Hendrick Motorsports won stage 2, which I
That's
look
the
at
one I got
62% of people picked Hendrick Motorsports.
Yes.
I was like, yeah.
Well, they might have been the only guy with 4 teams. They might have been the only team with 4 drivers.
Well, all 4 of them were almost at the top 10.
Yeah, I mean, it was either them or it was
and
Stuart
I was like,
Haas or Joe
I'm
Gibbs.
sorry, whoever had the most drivers. Yeah, I was like, okay, so Hendrick has 4, and Penske has 2. So I'm like, kind of a no-brainer here. 1 could drop out, and they still got 3. So
yeah,
I'm happy. I got 3 out of 6.
I do love how you just completely forgot about Ryan Blaney.
Oh
there.
yeah. Well, he wasn't.
Just
he was
100%.
non-existent.
That's what I mean.
He was running 20 all race too.
He
was back there, dude. He wasn't doing good.
That's why I'm so concerned. That's why it's is this fucker ever getting out of the doghouse, or is he setting up shop? Is he fucking setting up his Ryan Newman cot and just
camping her for a bit? You know, I don't know. That's tough.
Because every single stage, it just looks like he is just shitting the bed.
I know.
Dion Waiters ate the edible on the plane. freaked out, literally shit himself. True story. Google it.
I don't think I want to Google that, Dylan.
Listeners, Google it.
I don't think you shouldn't Google that. Just don't. Just save yourself the time and effort. Don't Google it.
They will.
Well, Dylan.
Well,
gambling this weekend, right? It's in Vegas.
Oh yeah.
We'll see how our picks do.
Mm-hmm.
We'll see how
Clint's money.
Hopefully win some of Clint's money. Out of all the shit he did the last how many years in NASCAR, he can at least give us some cash.
Exactly.
So we gotta keep betting.
It's like two seasons and random victories.
I want at one point this year to at least get 5 or more.
My God. Dude, have you seen some of those questions? It's like, how the fuck am I supposed to get this right?
No idea. Some of them, though, are kind of, oh, yeah, I could see it. And if you do it right before the end of stage 1, you kind of know who's up there. If you don't do it, like, 3 weeks or, 3 days before the race. If you do it, like, right as the stage ends.
Oh, my God. Do people actually do that? Like, 3 days before the race?
Oh, fuck yeah. I'm sure they do.
Ooh.
I'm sure there's people who don't even watch the fucking race that bet. Because there's other stuff on Fox Bets.
I think they just have a problem.
Market Watch. I don't fucking care, but I enter it anyway, because who knows? You got to get lucky one of these times, right? Wow. NBA. I don't watch the fucking NBA, but I enter it. It's a crapshoot to me regardless, so I think people just enter it to enter it, right?
I mean, I guess.
I don't have that much luck at the other ones, to be honest. Although, on this fight one, the Davis versus Darrell, I got 1 out of 6, all right? I was in the top 92% of that fight. I got
Really?
1 right, and I guessed all of them. No idea what even was happening. There was only 56 people that got 5. Nobody got all 6.
Really?
Yeah.
Wild.
I don't know. People just guess, right?
Yeah.
How do you know? So anyway, Vegas, gambling. We'll see how it goes.
Yep. Drink some Natty Lights. Root for Priest, my boy.
We always got to root for Priest.
Oh,
man.
He's my favorite.
We got to get some Priest gear. You know what we got to do? We should get some Priest sheet metal. It's out there. We just got to get it.
Yeah. Put it right in the studio.
Put it in the studio.
Hang it up.
We could do that. Yeah. We'll see what we got coming. We'll see what we got coming down the pipeline. All right, rate, subscribe, tell a friend. You know the drill.
See you
We'll
guys
catch you guys next week.